Hey, what's up, guys? Zander from Moose here. We're kind of crammed into a vehicle right now doing this right out of the theater review of Avengers Infinity War. We got Rudy, we have Jeremy, I'm Zander. You're going to almost cry, if not cry.
Yeah, that's a fact, man.
This is a spoiler review, so...
Alright, good.
I'm
glad this is spoiler review, too, man.
As spoilers...
Yo, can there even be a review without spoilers? Like, that's
there
that's
can
the type
be.
of movie, man.
There can be. The first film ever in history to be filmed entirely with IMAX cameras. We saw it in IMAX. You need to see this in IMAX. The scope feels like an IMAX movie. I can't recommend another way.
I gotta admit, there's a lot of CGI, man, but excellently done stuff, man.
Thanos
True.
is an actual character.
Yeah, he's like an actor.
The
bro.
movie's like about Thanos. If you think about it, it's
really
called
is,
Avengers,
yeah.
but it's about Thanos.
It's about Thanos. I agree. It was, to be honest, if I could give my 2 cents here too, man. Oh my God, that video, the whole movie, man, is just fucking crazy, bro. Like, all right, first of all, I agree with you. It's definitely the story of Thanos, bro. But there's a lot of nods, bro. A lot of really good nods to the older movies. If you guys haven't seen them, you should really see them. But there's a lot of good nods, to Black Panther, Captain America, Thor.
I mean, it's an Avengers movie, and all these people are technically in some way associated or are part of the Avengers. Spider-Man gets knighted to be an Avenger.
Yeah, that was cool too. Spider-Man.
I like that.
You know what? Spider-Man wasn't that bad. I mean, I like Spider-Man more of a serious character, but he was kind of like the rookie out of everybody. I get it. It was cool.
The jokes were done at the right times. Were never in serious moments. It's kind of like how Captain America: The Winter Soldier was done, and I really enjoyed that because I don't really like jokey MCU. I'm okay with it, but I prefer if it's a little bit more serious. And I felt this film took itself seriously.
It had its moments. After watching Star Wars and the whole Disney thing that's going on right now with the whole thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna throw all these jokes in and stuff. It was a little bit out of taste at some points, in my
I
opinion.
don't think so.
But it's just, you know what? I really think it was because I saw the Star Wars movie not too long ago and it felt like the same thing. And I want to point my finger at Disney, but I don't know if it's Marvel too, But
I don't think it is. I don't think it's either. That's a different story. I think Star Wars has a bit too many jokes in it for it to be Star Wars, but it doesn't matter because that's a whole nother video.
But I just, after watching Star Wars and then seeing this movie, it kind of left that same taste in my mouth. But, it was tasteful at times. There was just a little couple stale moments, in my opinion. Because there was times where, like, the theater wouldn't even laugh or nothing. And it was
I never laugh. I try not
with.
to laugh in the theater because I can never hear the next line when everyone laughs.
It was just I felt like there was times where it was back to back to back. It was like joke, and the audience couldn't really keep up with it too much.
I think it's more audience didn't want to laugh in case of missing lines because it already happened at that point. There was a couple lines that were missing at that point. People didn't hear because they were laughing at something else, and I was like, okay, I understand it because I don't try to laugh in the theater because I don't like missing lines.
Well, you know what, too? I got to give a lot of credit, man, to not only the visual effects, but there was a lot of really nice nods to each characters, and obviously, the story itself is amazing because it's Marvel.
I was kind of astounded at the scope of this. Like, I expected big scope, but I felt big cinematic scope. Like, I really felt it. And a lot of that is the new locations, like the way they're shot.
You could tell it's a big budget movie.
Like
sure.
I'm watching these new planets where I've never been to. It's so cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
And guess what? Red Skull was back.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
Yo, I don't know if he was played by Hugo Weaving. I don't know if he was, but he was back. Red Skull was back, and he was basically the keeper of the Soul Stone.
Yeah,
I love Red Skull as a villain.
I hear you, but man, the whole thing with Thanos trying to get all the stones and stuff. I mean, it was literally from beginning to end. He was getting all the stones.
It was but that's basically a Thanos movie, just it being a Thanos movie, and
exactly.
I really enjoyed that.
And it was oh man, it was just a crazy. The movie was broken up like, but so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything fit really nice.
It kind of felt like a comic book where it says "Meanwhile."
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Like in a good way.
Every battle felt really big and important.
Yes.
That was the crazy thing that was really cool and
I enjoyed the the whole opening of you're just thrown into this. You are thrown into a
Yeah,
conflict
like,
with Thanos, and it
exactly.
never stops. It always feels like you're just thrown into it. Like this is
Yeah.
happening to the Avengers. They have no control.
Yeah,
And I really like that sense of I don't have control over this. Now, Mr. Quiet over here, because he said he doesn't watch that many Marvel movies. He isn't that like as much of a big fan as them. What did you think? How did you enjoy it? What were your negatives? What were your positives?
I love Rabbit. That's my favorite. Yeah, I like the ideas of the what do you call them? Gemstones, whatever you call
The
them.
Infinity Stones.
Infinity Stones. And man, I did not want to see that guy get it all. But
Yeah, no one did.
We gotta go to one part real quick.
you gotta watch it. You're gonna miss out if you don't watch it.
But
I'll tell you that.
I gotta talk about this, man. Guardians of the Galaxy, man. There was a lot of
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy on
They
the
all
screen.
died besides Rocket.
But let's just talk about that
Yeah.
for a second. There was a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy on the screen, man. But it was so fucking cool, man.
It
Like,
was
the
awesome.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, listen, because I'm like this guy too, but I don't read the comics, so I don't really know the stories too well.
I
But
don't even read the
but
comics. I
I've
just look
watched-
stuff up online.
Yeah, and I've just watched a good chunk of the movies so far. I mean, I've always kind of been inconsistent, but
Mhm.
I've watched a couple of the really important movies. So to see the Guardians of the Galaxy, man, I think I watched that one too.
I
that-
did watch Guardians too.
That was pretty cool, man. The Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel like they really kind of gave the movie like
What
it
about
was fun
what
with
about
a minute. Yeah.
Thor making Stormbreaker? That was pretty
Yeah,
dope.
that-
And then you got Peter
and Groot,
Dinklage.
and Groot.
Yeah. And you got Peter Dinklage, who's playing a big scale dwarf in a movie.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was cool too.
And that was pretty
Oh,
dope.
man.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, man, the Guardians of the Galaxy really made everything.
So should we real quick do a death count?
damn, it was a lot. No, it was a lot.
It was.
I mean, if you want to talk about like a real,
if you want to talk
deaths,
about like a real death, it's Gamora.
yeah, that was like the only one, right?
That was emotional. Like surprisingly for a Titan, for the bad guy.
Again, Guardians of the Galaxy, man. Like I love Guardians of the Galaxy, so the whole thing with Gamora was wild.
This was a Thanos movie.
Yeah, but it was the tie-in, man. The tie-in was really cool with the Guardians of the Galaxy, man, for sure.
Yeah. So we got a death count Gamora. We have Spider-Man. We have Star-Lord. We have Groot. We have.
But we don't know
Falcon.
if they're dead yet,
Well, I'm just going off of what I saw.
But
We know for sure Gamora's dead. You saw green blood coming from her head,
yeah, Gamora is dead.
and she has
I
to be
don't-
for
I
him to
didn't
have the
understand,
Thanos, Soul Stone.
I didn't understand the flashback though, bro. With the
Oh,
flashback with
it's
her
kind of
as a
like
kid.
like
'cause
setting that up in terms of
it almost seemed
how
like
that
they were-
emotional connection is.
It almost seemed like they were going to bring her
That
back to
helped
life,
me.
but I don't
That
think
helped
they're
me.
going to.
And that
obviously.
also helped build an emotional connection between Thanos and Gamora with her with
Oh,
him with,
yeah,
with him
yeah,
giving her the
yeah.
blade and then him
Yeah.
her
Out
stabbing.
of all the things that Thanos did, bro, we got that one humane moment from him. Man.
Yeah, and
And
that was really good. And
clearly-
Josh Brolin brought it to that role, man.
Clearly, man, that's gonna be a nod to the next movie. We're gonna see just how humane this guy really is, man.
Speaking of the next movie, we got a Captain Marvel hint
Yeah, we
as
did.
Nick Fury died.
After the
Spoiler
credits.
alert.
Yeah,
Nick
spoiler
Fury
alert.
and what's her face, Agent something, played by Colby Smulders. They appeared in the very last post credit scene, which I would have been totally fine if there was none. It would have been a finite moment.
I wouldn't see. That's why I disagree. Is like I wouldn't because then it'd feel like he kind of gave us like a big plate of spaghetti, and then right when we're about to fork into it, you take that shit right away.
That's what I
Yeah,
wanted. I
but-
wanted that. I wanted that.
But,
Oh,
people are
okay.
gonna be mad, man. There's gonna be a lot of people mad.
I think it would have been smart to break the formula.
Well, honestly, I'm glad we got that sequence.
I'm glad
end.
at least we only got one post credit scene.
It was awesome, man. But I gotta go to overall looking at the movie, man. It was definitely solid, man. Like everything. First of all, the three main things I want to point out about the movie was like, I loved how everything was kind of synchronized. I'm talking about story wise, timeline wise.
It was.
Every battle felt important.
Mhm.
There was a lot of action. Yo, if you love action, you're gonna love this movie. Obviously,
And you like story?
you're
This
gonna love
movie.
this movie. So what I'm saying is that there's a lot of action, a lot of really important battles, a lot of beautiful effects. So
It
I
is
gotta
beautifully
nod
shot.
that.
It's really beautifully shot.
So the 2 points is gonna be, I give 1 point for like amazing sequence, 0.2 for amazing VFX, and 0.3 I'm gonna probably have to say that, give a nod to the homie Jarvis, man.
Jarvis.
Yeah, the with the diamond in his head.
Oh,
yo.
Vision.
Yeah, but he's Jarvis, you know what I'm saying?
Kinda.
He used to
Kinda.
be Jarvis, So what I'm saying is that I gotta give a nod to that shit because it was pretty cool seeing him too. So that's a little thing I'm gonna throw in.
Yeah.
As well.
So the out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
I'm gonna have to go. I'm not even gonna say a 4.5. I'm gonna say like a 4.2.
What are you gonna say?
Ooh, 4.
I might be biased, but I give it a 4. I mean, but I give basically every Marvel movie at first C. I don't know why, but it's just I'm floored constantly with like this is a good movie, and then I give it some time, and then it may or may not go down. So in your ranking of MCU movies, where is this gonna go? Currently, for me, without a second viewing,
Yeah.
it's top 5. I definitely need to see it again. That's probably not gonna stay where it is.
I'm gonna add something real quick too to that. All of us. You said 4. You said.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
We all basically said 4.
it's
4.2
funny, it's
is
funny,
a 4.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's just funny how we all said 4 because I wonder what Marvel could really do in these next coming years, man, to really grab our attention and get that 5, man. For me personally, it's like I want to hear a good story about solo. It's not gonna be an Avengers movie that's gonna get a 5 from me. It's gonna be what's coming up, like you said, talking about Ant-Man.
I don't think there's gonna be a 5-star Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. I think it would have to be a one-off movie.
That's what I'm saying. It has
And
to be
a movie that's not connected to the rest of the universe.
I get what you mean, but I think not a one-off movie in that sense, but a one-off movie in the sense that
Would you say a one-off movie in the sense that it could connect to the rest of the universe, but there's no characters from the rest of the universe that touch it, even though it could be in the same?
No, because I'm implying that like I want the universes to connect. I don't mind that part. Doesn't bother me.
It's more like you want a solo story that doesn't deal with any implications from other movies. Because that's what I want. I want to I would be okay if Marvel made we're
getting Deadpool, man. We're getting Deadpool.
But that's not MCU.
Yeah.
All right. So final thoughts.
Starting with you, Zander.
I enjoyed it. Go see it. It's worth it. I say IMAX, but any format would be fine. Not sure about 3D, but definitely any format.
For me, I did watch Guardians. I don't think I watched Avengers, but I have to say that just watching those movies helps out with watching this movie. So do that.
Yeah.
Advice for myself.
If I gotta give my last thoughts, man, it's a very, very big movie. It's very big.
It's very big.
Every sense, in every sense of the word, is very big. So, it was good. I loved it. I'm a fan of big things, but also I'm a little biased because, like, I like I don't know how to put it, not minimalistic, but like.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like big to small, you had a cup Thanos holding that looked tiny in his hand. He passed it to Gamora, and it grew in size.
Yeah.
But that's just because he's so big, and she's so not small, but she's normal size. It was just interesting for me, from a visual perspective, to see the scale just.
Yeah.
drop.
I like it. The whole tie-in to Thanos. The Avengers. It's basically Earth versus aliens.
Yeah.
It's it's a fucking insane battle.
So yeah, go see it. It's worth it. We all agree.
Yeah. So if I gotta say one last thing, man, yeah, it's a great movie. It's very over the top. I give it a 4 just because it's not really my cup of tea.
Deserves to be on the screen.
But it's an excellent movie through and through nonetheless.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm Zander for the Movie Stand. This is Jeremy. This is Rudy. Thank you for watching.